Hey, Balz, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Very excited to have you on the show. I'm sure we're going to have a super interesting conversation. Let's get straight into it. So, Balz, what have you done with AI in the last 24 hours?
Good question. Little bracket. We changed our company to an AI first company, and now I can
Okay.
speak on Tuesday. People now want to hear what we did, and for the presentation I do, I use a lot of AIS, and now I learned that the Nano Banana can
Oof,
create my slides in a really amazing way. Just giving the text, the bullet points, and I really get nice quality pictures, and that's amazing. It's like really new step. Then first it was
it's
this boring AI design. They said, look on our website, get our corporate design, and you change it to our corporate design. That's like next
so
level.
basically you screenshotted your website and you gave it to Nano Banana and said do something,
No, I
or
said,
how
no,
was
no,
it? What was the
banana,
work?
look, or Gemini, look at our website,
Ah,
get the corporate design and make a prompt to copy the corporate design and done.
amazing.
Everything was fine.
Amazing. I'm also a big fan of Gemini 3 Pro. I mean, I think it's a different beast from the other models.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's at the same level as Claude Opus 4.5. I think it's both of those models are just something very different from the others. I think they're just one step above. And so your company is going to be a AI first company, you
Yeah.
mentioned. What's the meaning of that?
So the story is 3 years ago, we were like a boring traditional company, IT company, 27 years old. You get a bit of dusty, and we decided let's refresh it. Let's make it a sexy new company where
Nice.
customers think that's interesting. I would like to work with this company, and for us, important, we live from the people in the company. So where our team says that's a great company, I'm happy and I'm proud to work with it. So we changed 3 years ago into this AI first. So first was my change, as I said on LinkedIn, I'm the AI supported CEO 3 years ago. It was like, what the hell? You cannot trust AI, and you say you are supported by AI. And now we changed over the years to AI first. So what it means, we have a very positive mindset around AI. People talk a lot about the risks of AI and hallucinating and everything. But I think it's amazing. We can have a PhD level assistant, all of us in all areas. And let's just
Okay.
use it. And yes, trustful and reasonable, but go for it. That's the future. So that's our mindset.
I think at this point it would be financially irresponsible to not be AI first company. So congratulations. And it means that all your teams have access to different kind of models, or you're just using one. Because the way I see it is, for example, for me, exactly like you said, I think it's a PhD level assistant, and I use everyone. All of them. I mean, I use Gemini, ChatGPT, Grok, Claude, and for me they have different personalities. So I just start talking to one, and then I say, "Hey, Grok, Gemini is saying this. What do you
What
think
do you
about that?"
think about the other guy?
And then, "Hey, Claude,
Yeah.
these guys are talking about that. What do you think about this?" And so it's like I have my team, and I just put them all together and fight each other and get a better
Yeah.
result. So how are you? What's your approach in your company?
A bit different. We gave everybody ChatGPT team the Safe Edition and
Yeah.
Microsoft Copilot because we wanted to be
Okay.
ahead, and we are Microsoft shop at the end. So what we build at the
Okay.
end is a Microsoft solution. And then we realized that ChatGPT is always a little bit ahead of Copilot because they have to integrate the security and everything and
Yeah.
connections to Teams and whatever. So we use these two tools if it's about confidential data, company data, customer data. And I play
Okay.
a bit around like with this nano banana because it's just fun to make a slide. But the slide at the end is on the internet, so it doesn't matter if the content is not private. So everything that's confidential or like customer data we do on Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT.
Interesting. And being AI first also means that you're training your team on best practices using AI. Do you have things that they're not allowed to do on with AI, or what's the meaning of a positive mind
Yeah.
towards AI?
We said the tools we give you, they are safe. Use them for everything you need because
Okay.
that's safe. That's all the GDPR stuff is done. We
Hmm.
didn't really train people. We have the mindset if somebody's working in our company, he has to have an innovative mindset. So go to LinkedIn, go to YouTube. There are millions of good videos.
Million.
Share the video. We don't give you a prompt workshop. Come on, that's for old people. What we did, we had really have this push from the management. So board and CEO said, "Let's go that way," and then we had
Hmm.
key players from all ages and all personalities. We had a young trainee, a woman who is into it. We have a senior developer who is into it, and they helped us to create this mood. That's cool. AI is cool. It helps us, and we are becoming a cool company when we do that. So we didn't do
Yeah.
the training. What we did, we communicated every little success, every little customer win. Yeah, we did it. We earn a bit of money with AI, even if it was just small. And we communicate what we have done with this customer because that's unique. We learned in that project to do that. But no
Awesome.
basic prompting, no,
No
none
basic.
of that. If
Excellent.
somebody
Yeah.
needs that, he's in the wrong company. That's
Yeah,
not
absolutely. No, I agree. Nowadays, I mean, just even just with YouTube, you have all access to all the information that, yeah, it's incredible. And since you did this transition for as an AI first company, what have you seen? What are the consequences of what have been the consequences of this movement in terms of value provided, time efficiency, money? What have you seen?
you see a very happy face. Sorry. So we were very curious how our customers react and how the team reacts because we are a service company. So that's the two
Mm,
areas where we have to really be good. And this year we have best every year in the company, and we have
wow.
a record of new customers that we won already now in
Congrat
early December. And what's
Congratulations.
and that's great because that means that existing customers and new customers are happy about our strategy. And on the other side, what's really for me like the greatest success, our team is very proud of what we do. So they tell their friends and they tell their neighbors, hey, I work in a company, I'm working at online. That's a cool
Nice.
company and we're AI first and we do. And I think that's the satisfaction you get that you go into a change and when you think about strategy, every strategy change is a bet on the future. We try
Nice.
to think about what will the customers need from a company in 3 years. And
Mm,
in AI, that's really fast. It's a bet at the end, and you risk the company because you say that's where we focus on. So we thought companies will need a trusted AI provider, somebody who helps them understand the complexity, helps them in the whole world of digitalization, cloud, blah, blah, blah.
hmm.
And they will need trust. So that's why we started to communicate a lot, make webinars, everything to tell people, look, you don't have to understand all the details of AI. We tell you what it brings, and we are your trusted partner. We tell you that works, that doesn't work. Invest here, don't invest there. Yeah, and that's the key because we are I think investing a lot of time to be up to date. Imagine a normal person who is not into AI full time is just
Oh, yes.
flooded with all the
Yeah,
buzzwords and all the risks and everything. So you need somebody you can trust.
it's overwhelming. Yeah, the fast pace this industry is moving. It's incredible. And so you mentioned, I mean, you're a service company, and how do you handle client expectations? You know, nowadays I feel it for myself, right? So if I'm engaging with someone, in this era of AI, it's like I feel everything should be quicker, everything should be better, everything should be beautiful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how are you handling these expectations from your clients? I was, and the question is because I was talking to a CEO in the USA, and he was a little bit like he felt like his team was having a little bit of pressure issues because of this. I mean, they were performing very well as your company, but he felt like the pressure was getting like every time a little bit worse, and because of clients' expectations. So how do you handle that?
We are quite busy because we are successful, so we have a lot of pressure on projects. But it's a positive pressure, I think, because
Mm.
if you're under pressure and you have success, that's totally different than than when you struggle. The biggest new thing is now this vibe coding. So you AI is coding for us. And when you read a
Oh.
bit about AI, you say the future is we are an agent boss in the future. So we tell our agents, do my work, and you just orchestrate how they do. That's like crazy. But when I look now what our developers do, they are already in this phase. So they sit there and say, "Hey, security agent, check my my code base,
Oh yes,
develop here a front end." So they are sending their agents to work for them, and they have to fix the mess or the
the
quality
mess.
they do at the end. And that's exciting, but it's a total change for the.
Oh,
It's not the coder anymore; it's the prompter and agent boss. And on the other side, it's a totally new way to deliver code because we you can in the old days we were drawing these flip charts how it looked. Now we create a proof of concept just with one prompt, and that's amazing. And that brings really value because a customer can click on, now I don't think like that, do that, change that button, and then it's
yes,
done. And that's and I don't see an increased pressure. I think you have to have a mindset of innovation, and AI is positive. If you
absolutely.
have that mindset, then you are in. If you think, oh, that's dangerous and take my job and whatever, then it's brutal, I think.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And in this topic of vibe coding, I'm a super big fan. Have you tried the new Google anti-gravity platform?
No, we are on
You're
Lovable,
a Microsoft. Ah, you love
Lovable,
it.
and Microsoft now comes with that. But that's a funny story. I made a workshop with alumni from the University of St. Gallen about vibe
Okay,
coding with Lovable, and so to get fit again, I made a little app before that, and there's this
nice,
Vivino app, the app that you can scan your wine bottle and you know how good it is. So I made a
nice.
Vivino app in 2.5 years,
Unlovable.
and it's better
With
than, in my view, it's better than the original one because and I can say, oh, that's my wine cellar, and I can say I have dinner with my wife. It's a birthday dinner with
nice.
shrimps and steak, and then it looks into the cellar and says, for first you get this bottle, and then second you get that bottle because it's a birthday. Go a bit on the more expensive side, and that's like one prompt, and you have it, and that's
That's a business right there. You have an app business right there.
yeah,
The new wine app. No, Lovable is completely amazing. But this Google anti-gravity, I mean, Lovable uses Cloud Opus 4.5 now, so which is incredible. And just with one prompt, it gets really big. But Google anti-gravity, it's an IDE, so it's in a development environment, and it's connected to your terminal. So it's like it's crazy, and you have all the agents that you can talk to all the agents. I think that's the way the future is gonna be for sure, right?
yeah,
Like what you were describing, like at the same time, like talking to three, four different agents, and hey, you're the head of marketing, you're the do work with Nano Banana. Now I want you to do a financial planning. I want you to do work in the front end. I want you to work in the back end. It's crazy, and you see everything working like. Oh, you should try it.
yeah,
Google Anti-Gravity. It was released 1 week ago or 2 weeks ago. It's completely crazy,
yeah.
really crazy.
What we now do is
And
the Microsoft is in Power App world. You also can wipe code now, and we're quite excited because that will be now the world where our customers already are. So all the security stuff is tick off. You
that's
need a
the yeah.
connection to Teams, to SharePoint. Tick, that's done. I want to read my mail. That's done. It's not a separate world. It's in the bubble where our
It's
customers have
every
their data and they already trust that that's a safe environment. So that's
a lot
our
easier.
yeah.
Yeah, nice. Very cool. So, can we get a little bit into your more personal life? So, have you are you crazy with any AI app? Or I mean, you mentioned that you vibe coded one app. That's pretty cool. But have you tried any other app? For example, there's an app that I take a picture of my food and it gets the calories and the proteins and all the macros,
Yeah,
and I'm just crazy about it. But Is there anything on your personal life or your family that you're using AI and it's crazy?
One is I do a lot of sport, so you have this
Okay.
how to do sport to personal fitness coach. So I created my personal fitness agent. So I upload screenshots from my Apple Watch with what I've done, and I tell him what
Oh,
to
nice.
do, and then I ask him what to do, remind me what shall I do, how long should I go on the mountain bike tomorrow, and that's really fun because I'm talking to my coach, and he does exactly what I like him to do.
Amazing. That's amazing. And you just mentioned two vibe coded apps that could actually be a business, right? So my question here is, how do you see this new era of like the idea guy, right? If you have an idea, it's completely possible, right? You don't need to know how to code. And so the barrier is so low. So how do you see this environment? Who's going to be successful? Because ideas, if you have an idea, you can just,
You
okay,
have it
you can
tomorrow.
market it. So who's going to be successful if we are all able to just ship products?
I think it's pretty hard to make a new product because vibe coding is changing the. You don't have to invest millions into the software development. It's just done in a
Exactly.
minute, and that's also hard for the legacy ones because what they've built up during the last years now can be done with a prompt on the new platforms, and that's hard. So somebody, I said, I kill Vivino with my app because I just another 2 hours and I'm on that level. I already think it's already better. So I think from the coding side, it's changing, and from the other
Mhm.
side, all the big models like OpenAI. There's a saying, OpenAI is steamrolling a lot of applications. If you do something that OpenAI does too, you're just done.
Gone.
If you do a little app
With
for whatever or health or so, and OpenAI says, "Oh, health is in my focus," you're done. So how do you build a moat in the middle, like a barrier for competitors to
yes.
enter? And I think it's data. If you have a for your
Uh,
domain the data that is really valuable and that's not publicly available, that can be a mode. And then I
mm,
think it's just the power to deliver the app to the marketing, delivery, promote it. It will go
mm.
there. So how to convince people to use it? Because
Yeah.
yeah,
At the end of the day, it's you're selling UX basically. If you're trying to get an idea, it's you're selling UX UI because again, the service is gonna be done for by someone else right immediately. Someone can copy you. I mean, what you say about data, I think it's yeah, it's very true. If you have proprietary data, that's gonna be a mode. But nowadays, I mean, it's really difficult to have proprietary data if you're starting from scratch. So I think you're selling UX UI at the end of the day. But yeah, super interesting.
if you have a viral effect and you can say, okay, the community is a
Mm,
value, so all the wine lovers chat.
yeah,
If you have that, and then you have the biggest customer base, that could be a value too. But it's harder. That's why we are a service company because we
better.
thought about going into a product, but the bet on a product is pretty. I think that's hard, and I wouldn't.
Sorry.
We decided to stay into service because we are convinced service is important in the future. So I think it's also a bit of a revival of the service companies.
Yeah, humans in the loop. I think it's gonna be like the premium service, right? Having humans talking to humans in the future is gonna be like that's the expensive tier, right?
Yeah, but also
So
at the end, it's the trust. You think
it's
about it,
trust.
it's the trust. I trust you,
Yeah,
you trust me, and
yeah,
it's not a bot, it's not an agent. And I translate what you need, what you want, the value you want
yeah,
to create
absolutely. No,
into technology, and that will be
humans to humans. But to be honest, nowadays I trust my Gemini. I trust Gemini. I trust Opus 4.5. I trust them.
okay.
So maybe I'm a little bit techno optimist, but I think in the future we're gonna be able to trust a little bit more in these models. But again, humans are gonna always gonna be humans. But I don't know.
A week ago, I came home and I told my wife I was talking in the car for 40 minutes with ChatGPT about a political topic. And it was
Is
really
it?
interesting. I could really dive in the whole complexity. And then he
It's
said,
incredible.
"Are you going to replace me now too with ChatGPT?" No, 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 no. It was just,
Amazing.
yeah.
Balz, thank you so much for this conversation. I really enjoyed it. I hope you also had a good time. And
Thank you.
before we wrap, I want to hand it over to you. Where can we find you?
So we are an online group. We're a Swiss company working in Germany, Switzerland, and Poland. If you have a Microsoft challenge, digitalization in Microsoft Cloud, and want to have somebody who really understands AI, contact me on LinkedIn or wherever. I'm happy to chat.